In the tranquil hamlet of Ravenswood, where the whispers of ancient forests intermingled with mist-laden mornings, there resided a man named Adrian Blackwood. His existence took a peculiar turn, for he had once tasted the icy grip of death, only to be granted a second lease on life. Adrian's extraordinary journey began on a tempestuous night, rain drumming incessantly against windows and thunder roaring like a distant celestial beast. In a moment of reckless abandon, his car careened off a desolate road, plunging into a river. The world went dark as the cold waters enveloped him. However, against all conceivable odds, he awoke on the riverbank, drenched and bewildered, yet unmistakably alive. News of Adrian's miraculous return spread through Ravenswood like wildfire, yet an inexplicable emptiness lingered within him. It wasn't the emptiness of the grave, but a void haunted by memories of what lay beyond. The afterlife had left an indelible mark on his soul, flickering flames, distant wails, and an oppressive darkness that seemed to devour everything. Compelled by an inscrutable force, Adrian found himself drawn to the outskirts of town, where an ancient graveyard lay hidden in the bosom of the woods. Local lore spoke of a passage to the netherworld, a gateway to hell itself. Guided by an irresistible force, he navigated the twisted paths until he stumbled upon an ancient mausoleum, its door ajar. Pushing open the creaking door, Adrian descended into the cold darkness below, expecting decay and despair. To his astonishment, the mausoleum revealed a surreal landscape, thick with an otherworldly energy. Shadows danced, and whispers echoed, guiding him through the cavernous space. As Adrian ventured deeper, he encountered lost souls trapped in perpetual suffering. Their eyes spoke of regret, betrayal, and unfulfilled desires, some even familiar faces from his past. The weight of their anguish pressed upon him, compelling him to confront the shadows within himself. In the heart of this spectral realm, Adrian encountered a figure shrouded in shadows, a being embodying despair. The creature recounted the sins and virtues of Adrian's existence, urging him to understand the true nature of his soul. Driven by an inner turmoil, Adrian delved into memories of kindness and cruelty, love and betrayal. Each step brought him closer to an understanding of his own humanity. The torment of lost souls transformed into an ethereal tapestry, revealing life's intricate dance of choices and consequences. With newfound clarity, Adrian emerged from the mausoleum, the ancient graveyard fading away like a mirage. The echoes of despair were replaced by a profound stillness, and the hollowness that had plagued him vanished, replaced by acceptance. But as he returned to Ravenswood, a yearning for the surreal realm he had traversed lingered. A darkness that had become a part of him haunted his thoughts. The town, unaware of his otherworldly odyssey, watched as Adrian became increasingly withdrawn, his eyes reflecting a distant realm only he could see. In the stillness of the night, Adrian found himself standing at the outskirts of Ravenswood, staring into the shadows that beckoned him. His second chance at life had granted him a glimpse into the depths of existence, and now he stood at the crossroads between the known and the unknown. The townsfolk, sensing a change in Adrian, whispered tales of a man who had returned from the dead but now sought solace in the shadows. As the mysteries of life and death intertwined in the enigmatic tapestry of Ravenswood, Adrian grappled with a yearning that transcended the boundaries of the mortal realm. And so the story of Adrian Blackwood unfolded, a tale woven with threads of mortality and the echoes of an otherworldly journey. In the quiet town of Ravenswood, where ancient woods whispered secrets and misty mornings held an otherworldly charm, the line between life and death blurred, and one man's yearning for the abyss became an enigma that lingered in the hearts of those who dared to wonder about the mysteries that lay beyond the veil. The town of Holleridge, nestled between towering mountains and dense forests, harbored a secret that whispered through its winding streets, a secret best left undisturbed. Sarah, a curious journalist with a penchant for the mysterious, arrived in Holleridge with an assignment to uncover the truth behind the town's eerie legends. As she delved into the town's history, locals spoke in hushed tones about the cursed hollow, a place where shadows seemed to dance on their own, and the wind carried the distant echoes of long-forgotten wails. Ignoring the warnings, Sarah decided to investigate the abandoned Holleridge Sanatorium, a decaying structure perched on the outskirts of town. The air grew colder as Sarah approached the imposing building. Its windows were shattered, and ivy clung desperately to its dilapidated facade. Armed with a flashlight and a sense of trepidation, she stepped through the broken entrance, the echoes of her footsteps mingling with the haunting moans of the wind. Inside, the sanatorium's halls were suffused with a palpable sense of decay. Flickering lights cast long, unsettling shadows, and the air seemed to carry the weight of forgotten memories. As Sarah explored the empty rooms, she stumbled upon a series of faded patient records that spoke of experimental treatments and mysterious disappearances. A peculiar room at the end of a dimly lit corridor caught her attention. The door, slightly ajar, revealed an ancient operating theater frozen in time. Rusty surgical instruments lay scattered on a blood-stained table, and the air was heavy with the lingering scent of antiseptic. As Sarah scrutinized the room, she heard a soft whisper, an indistinct murmur that seemed to emanate from the very walls. Startled, she turned toward the source, only to find the room empty. The whisper persisted, growing louder and more insistent, urging her to uncover the truth buried within the sanatorium's decaying walls. Compelled by an unseen force, Sarah continued her exploration, guided by the ethereal whispers. The corridor led her to a hidden basement, where flickering candles illuminated a makeshift altar adorned with faded photographs and tattered remnants of old medical gowns. In the flickering candlelight, the shadows seemed to take on a life of their own. Sarah felt a cold breath on the back of her neck, and the room filled with an otherworldly presence. The ghostly figures of former patients materialized, their hollow eyes fixed on her with an unsettling intensity. A spectral voice echoed through the chamber, recounting the tragic tale of Dr. Evelyn Holloway, the sanatorium's founder. Driven by a twisted ambition to unlock the secrets of the human mind, Dr. Holloway had conducted experiments that left the patients tormented and the town scarred by a malevolent energy. As the voice spoke, the shadows coalesced into ghastly apparitions, reenacting the horrors of the past. Sarah, paralyzed by fear, witnessed the torment of those who had suffered within the sanatorium's walls. Their anguished moans reverberated through the chamber, and the air grew thick with sorrow. In a moment of spectral clarity, Sarah understood the only way to free the tormented souls was to confront the malevolent force that lingered in the heart of Holleridge. Armed with newfound resolve, she descended further into the bowels of the sanatorium, guided by the ethereal voices that resonated with both pain and longing. In the depths of the basement, Sarah discovered a hidden chamber where Dr. Holloway had conducted forbidden rituals to harness the energies of the afterlife. The walls bore symbols of ancient occult practices, and an ominous altar stood at the center, radiating an unholy energy. As she approached the altar, the whispers intensified, urging her to break the cycle of suffering. Sarah, now a conduit between the living and the spectral realm, began a solemn ritual to appease the tormented souls and banish the malevolent force that held Holleridge in its grip. The chamber trembled as Sarah chanted ancient incantations, her voice harmonizing with the ghostly whispers. The air crackled with energy, and the room filled with an otherworldly light. Shadows dissipated, and the ghostly figures retreated into the ethereal realm, their moans fading into a somber silence. In the aftermath, Sarah emerged from the sanatorium, the weight of the town's dark history lifted. The air in Holleridge no longer carried the echoes of suffering, and the shadows that once danced with malevolence now rested in eternal peace. As Sarah left the town, the once dense fog that shrouded Holleridge lifted, revealing a landscape transformed by the dispelled darkness. The people, unaware of the paranormal events that transpired, went about their lives with a newfound sense of tranquility. Yet, as Sarah drove away, she couldn't shake the feeling that some secrets were better left buried. Holleridge, though freed from its haunted past, retained an air of melancholy, a testament to the thin veil that separates the living from the spectral and the enduring power of the supernatural forces that lurk in the shadows. Thank you for being interested in the content on my channel. I believe you enjoyed this story. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with my future videos. Thank you in advance for your participation.